A group of 6 people slowly entered the water, led by Ed at the front. His assistant Sue was at the end of the line as a pressure officer. At first, the entrance to the cave is very wide. 6 people can even swim side by side. Smooth flow. Clear vision. The whole process was easy and smooth. But only a few minutes later, just when everyone is letting down their guard, the originally wide cave was suddenly narrowed. In an instant, it became a narrow passage for only one person to pass through. Several people in a pair. After squeezing through the passage, continue as planned along the upper section of the cave. Everyone deliberately controls the kick for fear of stirring up the silt at the bottom of the hole. Soon the group arrived at the middle exit. Ed checks everyone's remaining gas cylinders one by one as planned. John and Tom are only half full. According to the rules, they must immediately stop forming, evacuate through the middle exit, and return to the ship. But the two of them compared all normal gestures, hiding his true gas level. And the remaining 2-3 of the gas level in Preston and Nakano are all pairs. Everyone's remaining gas volume meets the requirements. Ed decided to go further and visit the 3 side holes in the plan. Ed got it wrong. This so-called middle exit checkpoint is not in the middle of the cave at all. His actual location is not far from the cave entrance. And according to the 1-3 gas consumption principle in the industry, 1/3 of the gas volume is used to multiply. 1/3 of the gas volume is used for the return journey. The remaining 1/3 of the gas volume must be set aside as an emergency reserve. This is the core rule of cave diving. All of them should turn around and head back immediately when they're 2/3 gas tank fish. But the team still chose to move on. Go deep into the 3 side holes. They swam through the small cave and then the turtle cave. Didn't stay in every place for too long. And to get into each side hole, you need to dive down. Repeated dives and surges take more of their stamina. It also makes the already insufficient gas consumption faster. When they reach their deepest momentum, Ed got in first. One by one, the others are pushing in. And in the process of doing that, the least experienced Tom was instantly thrown into extreme tension and fear. He had never been in such a confined space. The feeling of underwater extrusion and sealing instantly wrapped him. His breathing became unusually rapid. Just at this moment, he found that his remaining gas volume was less than 1/3. For the first time, I felt inexplicable panic and near death. He immediately gestured to Ed that he had to return immediately to lie down. Ed sees this, immediately take him and swim towards the entrance. At the same time, John also found himself running low on gas cylinders, so he immediately turned around and went up with Ed and Tom. Several people squeezed oil out of the side hole at the narrow entrance. However, not far from the exit, Tom's cylinder alarm suddenly went off. In other words, his gas cylinder is completely empty. At this moment, Tom fell into a complete panic, but he still retained the last trace of sobriety. Knowing that his only life is in Ed, who leads the team, he immediately went to Ed for help. Ed didn't hesitate at all. He quickly took out his spare secondary respiratory regulator and handed it to Tom. Cute's psychology is clearer than anyone else. They were completely cornered. His own gas cylinder is about to bottom out, let alone take Tom on the return journey. Even he himself may not be able to make it to the surface. He had no choice. I can only swim as hard as I can towards the exit, not far from the water. Ed's gas cylinder is also empty. The two could only hold their breaths. Do your best to make a final life and death sprint towards the water. Fortunately, and they managed to get out of the water. Ed just breathed a sigh of relief. But in an instant, the other 3 people in the team have not yet surfaced. And in the side hole at this time, due to their fast swimming before